Welcome. We are in PowerPoint Chapter 2. This week what we're going to do is we are going to need some files. So make sure you download the Chapter 2 zip files because you're going to need some pictures from this. So download those first. I have already downloaded those. Those are on my desktop. Okay, you can see that we've got these pretty little yoga files. Okay, so we're going to need those, the yoga. We've got this funky little yoga guy doing the little Zen thing, and we've got this dude wearing the ugly tank top. So we're going to need those for our files, so go ahead and make sure you download those. Those are in your Week 7 file folder. So go ahead and download those first. Then what we're going to do is we're going to start PowerPoint. Okay, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to apply a design. So we're going to click on the Design tab. We are going to apply the Verve design, which is this gray with the little pink triangle here in the corner. Okay, we're going to click to add a title. Our title is going to be Yoga and Meditation. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a subtitle. Our subtitle is going to be Unify Your Mind, Body, and Spirit. Okay, once you've got that, you need to add a new slide. Okay, we add a new slide from our Home tab. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to click on this little down arrow because we don't want the standard slide. What we want is we want this picture with caption. Now, if you got ahead of yourself and you just clicked on New Slide and you got this one, which is the wrong slide, you don't have to delete that and go back and start over. What you can do is you can go to this Layout button, click Layout, and just choose Picture with Caption. That's going to change your layout. Now, you can go ahead and even if you've already added text, okay, so, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Okay, so let's say you went ahead and you did this layout, you did the title with content, and let's say that you did this. You went ahead and you typed in the text, relax and restore, which is the text. Okay, so let's say you got ahead of yourself and you already started typing that into the wrong content slide. You can still change your layout. Okay, and what it'll do is it's automatically going to change that up and it's going to put that in the right place. Okay, so go ahead and type that relax and restore into that side slot. Okay, click on that. Hold down your control key and press enter. Okay, that's going to take you into this next slot here. Okay, control enter is going to, once you're in this slide here, if you just press enter, it's just going to make a new line. So you have to do control enter and that takes you to the next section over here. And we're going to type the next line, calm the mind and boost oxygen levels in the brain. Okay, that's our next line. Okay, then we're going to do a new slide again. Again, we don't want this, if we just press new slide, it's going to give us the same type of slide. It just gives us the same type of slide as our previous slide, except for when we're in a title slide. Obviously, it's not going to give us a new title slide again. It always defaults to that title and content. That is what it defaults to. But if you do a different type of slide, it defaults to that same kind of slide. So if you just click the new slide, just go to that layout. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this content with caption is going to be our new slide. And we're going to click to add our title. Our title is going to be Strengthen. And you don't have to type all caps. It's automatically going to do all caps for you. So you don't have to worry about typing all caps. And then going to do control enter to move into this next section here. Or you can click to move into that new section. And we're going to type increase flexibility and tone muscles. Okay, then we're going to add a new slide, and our new slide is just going to be a blank slide. Nothing there, just blank. All right, the next thing that we want to do is we want to change our theme colors. Okay, we're not into this hot pink. Actually, I like the hot pink, but for this, we're not going to do the hot pink. So we're going to go to Design, and we're going to go up here to Colors. Okay, we don't want to change the theme. We like this theme. We like the way it looks. We like the cool side thing here. That's kind of neat. Okay, so we want to change our colors. We're going to go down here, and we're going to change it to Oriole. If you look at my colors, you can see that I have all these up here, and I know you guys don't have these, but you can actually make your own custom theme colors. So if you're doing a project and you want to do your own themes, you can do that. You just do create new theme colors, and you can actually create colors for your own custom theme. Okay, so Oriole is the theme colors that that we're going to use for this particular project. Okay, and the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to save. Always want to save. You want to save it on a pretty regular basis. So I'm going to save this on my desktop. I save everything on my desktop, and we're just going to call this yoga. I'm going to get rid of this end meditation here, and I'm just going to save it. Okay, once we save it, that's totally cool. Got it going on. Okay, now what we're going to do is those pictures that you should have downloaded, we are going to go into this slide right here, our third slide, and you see we've got these pictures here. Okay, this is how we're going to add our picture. We're going to click on this one, Insert Picture from File. Okay, we're going to go to wherever you downloaded your pictures to. I downloaded them to my desktop. I've got them right here. And we're going to find this picture of the dude in the little Zen mode. Okay, right there. We're going to click and we're going to choose Insert. There he is. Okay, little Zen dude. Okay, then we're going to go back up to the second one. Again, now notice this one you can only add a picture from a file. Okay, no option to do clip art here. In this last one, I'm going to undo what I did on this last one. In this one, see, we can add a table, we can add a chart, we can add smart art, we can add a picture from a file, we can add clip art, and we can add a movie clip. Okay, in this type of slide, we only have one option. We can add a picture from a file. Okay, so this one we're going to add dude in the little tank top. Okay, personally, I'm not too hip on dudes in tank tops, but that's what they chose to use, so we're going to do this dude. There he goes, dude in the tank top. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a picture into this last slide right here. Okay. So here what we're going to do is we're going to put, we're going to insert a picture. Okay, so we're going to go to our insert. We went to our insert tab, insert picture, picture from a file, and we're going to do this young lady doing a back bend. Okay, and we're just going to kind of put her in the middle of our screen. And we're going to change the contrast on this a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to corrections. And we're going to choose this correction right here, the plus 20% contrast minus 40%. Okay, just going to change. And see, you can see that you can do a lot of corrections here depending on how you want your picture to look. Sometimes you just want it to look a little bit different based on what it is that you're trying to achieve with the picture. Sometimes your picture is too bright or too dark. It just depends on what you're trying to achieve with the picture. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add sort of a picture style to it. Remember, we did picture styles in the last project. So in this one, we're going to add this one. We're going to add the soft edge rectangle. Okay, so we're just going to click that, add our soft edge rectangle to it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to add some picture styles to our other pictures as well. So we're going to add a picture style to this guy here. Okay, we're going to go down and we're going to do this one right here, the reflected perspective right. Okay, it just adds a nice look to it. Okay, and pull it down so that it's on your page. Okay, adds a nice little picture there. Okay, we're going to go to this guy here. We're going to add a border to him. We're going to do the reflected rounded rectangle on this guy right here. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some picture effects. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a nice glow to the picture. Okay, the glow just kind of brings the picture out a little bit, kind of sets it apart from the background. So what we're going to do is we're going to, oops, not a picture border. We're going to do that later. So we're going to go to picture effects, we're going to add a glow, and we're going to add this glow right here. See what it does? It adds just that, you can kind of see that nice, we're going to go to orange 11 point glow, accent color 1. You can see that kind of that nice subtle orange glow around it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a bevel. Okay, so we're going to go to bevel, and we're going to add this bevel right here, this angle bevel. Okay, and what it does is it just sort of makes it kind of stand out a little bit. It makes it sort of pop. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a picture border. This picture, some of the pictures have a border. You can see these have a border on them. Okay, this one doesn't have a border, so we're going to add one. We're going to add the weight. We're going to put a 1.5 point border on it. Okay, and then we're going to add a color to it to make it pop just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to use this red accent 3. See what that does? All that does by adding all that, it just sort of makes this picture pop just a little bit. Okay, it just makes that picture pop just a touch. Okay, then we're going to go down to this second picture down here. Why is my picture so big? Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this picture, and I'm going to change the size of this picture. And I'm going to change the size of this picture to what size am I going to change the picture to? I'm going to change the size of this picture to 6, I believe. And then I'm just going to reposition it on the page so that it just kind of fits a little bit better. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some picture styles to the same picture. Okay, I'm going to do the same picture styles. I'm going to add that glow. Okay, same glow. Okay, I'm going to add a bevel, but I'm going to add a different bevel to this one. Okay, I'm going to add this one right here, the convex. Okay, just a little bit different look. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the same picture border. We're going to add the weight first. We're going to make it 1.5 point. And then I'm going to make it red. Okay, just again, same thing, going to make it pop just a little bit. Just make it pop just the tiniest bit. Okay, then I'm going to save. Okay, it's always nice to save your pictures or save your work. Okay, we don't want to lose anything. Now, notice how this reflection goes a little bit off the slide. Okay, this reflection that goes off the slide is not going to show during the slideshow. So just remember that. If you ever position something so that it goes off the slide, anything that's off the slide is not going to show in the slideshow. So just remember that when you're positioning things. Anything that is off the slide will not show. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move to my my fourth slide. I'm going to click on this graphic right here. Okay, I'm going to go to my Picture Tools tab, my Format tab, and I'm going to resize this graphic. Okay, I'm going to change the height to 3. Okay, and I'm going to try to get this right in the middle of my slide. If you want to make sure that it's really right in the middle of the slide, you can go to Align, you can go to View Grid Lines, and you see, it's kind of hard to see, but really subtly you can see there's some grid lines on the page. And those will help you to align this so that it's right smack dab in the middle of your page. You can see I've got 1, 1, 1, 1, and then I've got a part and a part of 1. So this will help you kind of to align it right in the middle of your page. And you really do. You really want that right in the middle of your page for what we're going to be doing here. So try to align it really right in the middle of your page, right in the middle of your slide. Kind of towards the top though. Okay, and then once you're done, you can turn your grid lines off. Okay, so get it aligned so that it's really close to right in the middle. Okay, that's where you want it. Okay, now what we're going to do, go ahead and save again. Always want to save things. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to add a texture fill to the background of this slide. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click and choose Format Background. Okay, you can see right here it says Picture or Texture Fill. Okay, so we're going to click on that. And what it does is it gives us options for a texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this and we're going to choose this background right here. This is sand. Okay, so we're going to choose that. Okay, then we're going to go up here and we're going to click on slide one, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a picture fill on this slide up here. Now you see what we're doing is we're working with different slides with the same dialog box open. You can actually work with different slides with this dialog box open. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a picture on this background. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a picture fill, and we're going to do this from a file. And this is, you should still be in your chapter 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way down to the bottom here. Oops, not quite all the way down to the bottom. We're going to find this picture right here, the sunrise yoga. And we're going to insert that. Okay. And then don't click this apply to all because we just want it on this one slide. And then what we want to do, look at this. See how it's kind of really dark? We actually don't want it completely dark like that. We don't want it to be the full strength. So we want to make it slightly more transparent. So we're just going to move this transparency slider over to make it about 10%. If you can't get it at exactly 10%, you can use this little jobby here to change it. And then what we're going to do, go down here, and this actually is a little bit darker than what we want for what we're doing. So we're going to set that to about 50%. We want that at about 50% transparency for what we're going to be doing next. And again, you can do the same thing. You can click in it and you can set that to 50, or you can use these little up and down arrows. Okay, so once you've got that set, you're going to just close. And we've got that. Now, the next thing you're going to do here is you're going to go here and we're going to change our background style. Now, you're probably thinking, why are we doing this? We picked this lovely background. This lovely design, and now we're switching it all up because sometimes you want that design, you want that look, and you don't want to have to go through and do all that, but you still want your own personal touches to it. So that's what we're doing, is we're adding our own personal touches. See, we've got this cool like little sideways going on thing, and we've got, see, there's that we've still got that triangle and those cool lines and stuff, but we're adding our own personal touches to it. So what we're going to do is on this one we're going to kind of change the background, but we're going to do it a different way. We're going to go into background styles, pull this down, and we're going to choose this background style here. We're going to right click on it and we're just going to apply it to the selected slides. Okay, we just want it on this one, and see it's kind of a, you kind of see it as kind of like a wallpaper background. It looks like my grandma's wallpaper. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing on this one. It's the same, oops, sorry, we didn't want to do that. It's the same one, but we're going to use this. It's the same style, but kind of a different color. So we're going to apply that to the selected slides. Okay, same thing, different, you got a different idea kind of going on, different color. Okay, so it keeps the same running theme. It's not, it looks like we're doing a different thing on every slide, but we're not. We've got a theme going on here. We're not changing it up as much as you think. Okay, it seems like we are, but we're not. Go ahead and save. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to change our fonts a little bit, make them kind of a little bit more yoga-y, so to speak. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. Okay, we're going to go into our subtitle and we're going to select all this. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to choose papyrus. So we're going to pull this down. It's alphabetical, remember. So go down and find papyrus. L-M-N-O-P, papyrus right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to choose papyrus. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add a shadow to the font. Okay, now you can't do that on this mini toolbar, so we're going to have to go to our Home tab. And then a shadow kind of makes it pop a little bit. Okay, it's just going to make it pop just the tiniest bit. Okay, so we're gonna do the shadow to make it pop. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change the font color. We're going to change the font color so it's a little more with our theme. We're going to change it to this this light yellow. And then it's still kind of not standing out, so we're going to add a bold to it just to kind of make it stand out just a little bit more. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our second slide. We're going to apply that same papyrus font here. Okay, again, we can go to our mini toolbar. Okay, we're going to find papyrus, and it should be up here because it's a recently used font, so it should be right there on the top, so you shouldn't have to scroll down. Okay, my mini toolbar went away. So mini toolbar, we're going to make it bold, and we're going to increase our font to 20. Okay, so 3 times. Now, what we're going to do is we want to apply this to the other slides too. Again, you want to keep that theme running through. You don't want to have different fonts on every slide. You want to keep your theme pretty consistent. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this format painter. So what we're going to do is double click 1, 2, and then we're going to go down to the next slide. And notice when you mouse over it, see you've got that little paintbrush. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to 1, 2, 3, click 3 times in that, and notice that it applies that same font, all the things. So we've got bold, 20, and papyrus. It applies everything, all the formats that are on this font, it applies to this. Okay, and we're going to press escape to turn off that format painter. Now, if we had other places where we wanted to apply that same font, we could go through all the slides that we had and apply that same font in that same way. Okay, and then just when you're done, you just press that escape button in order to turn it off. Okay, now the next thing that we want to do is we want to go to this first slide, and we're going to add a shape. So we're going to go to Insert, Shapes, and what we want to do is we want to choose this this sun here, right here. Okay, this sun, and we're just going to go and we're going to click and we're going to add a sun. Okay, change it. It should be just about that size. Okay, now what we're going to do with this sun is we're actually going to apply it over this O. Okay, now this is kind of tricky. So this is what I would suggest you do. We're going to make our slide really big. Okay, really, really big so that we can see what we're doing. We're going to resize this using the corner, and actually what I would do is I would go here and go to Format, make sure that it's a perfect circle. So, so that you can see what it is, and we'll just do 1 and 1, okay? Because you want it to be a perfect circle. Now, when you resize it on the corner, it's actually gonna resize the same height and width. Well, no, actually, it's not. Okay, and then what we want to do is make it the same size as this O. Okay. And then just do align, turn off this align to slide. And then you can, if it's really big, you can work with it a little bit easier. And you can resize it here. Oops. So that you've got it on that O about right. There you go. So see? So now you've got it on that O how you should have it. Okay? So, but if you make it really, really big, it's a lot easier to work with. than if you have it small. It's just a lot easier to work with that way. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to copy. So you can use Control-C, that's what I did to copy. Or you can go to Home and you can copy this way. And then paste. I use Control-V to paste. And what you're going to do is you're just going to drag this all the way over. Actually, if you make it smaller again so that you can see what you're doing. And drag it all the way over, and you're going to put it on top of the O in meditation. Okay? So, and then again, if you're having trouble putting it on the O in meditation, same thing. Just make your slide really big. Oops. And then just put it over the O in meditation by making your slide really big. It's just really a lot easier to work with it that way. Okay? And then once you've got it all figured out, you can make your slide back to the normal size so you can work with it. I didn't get that on there just right, did I? Okay, and then save. Okay, so now once you've got that done, then we're going to go down to slide 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a circle. So we're going to insert shapes, and we're going to use this, and we're going to make a circle. Now, for this, I would suggest, and I found that a 1.6 by 1.6 circle is the best size circle for this. So I'm just saying. Okay, so you're going to make a circle. Okay, and then you're going to make an isosceles triangle. Okay, so this is the isosceles triangle. Okay, and you can just put that over in the corner till you're ready for it. Okay, now for the circle, what you're going to do is you're going to click on Format, and you're going to go and you're going to apply this style to your circle. Intense Effect Orange Accent 1. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to type, and you're going to type the word mind. Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to select that word, okay, and you want to change the font. Okay, we're going to change the font to Papyrus, again, keeping that theme going through. Increase the font to 24. We're going to change the color to Blue Accent 2, and we're going to make it bold. Okay, once you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to select the circle, and we're going to copy. I did Control-C to copy, and V to paste, and V to paste, because you need 3 of them. And we're going to place one down here. Now see, I don't know if you can see that dotted line. There's a dotted line that says it's aligned with the right side of my picture. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to select this other one, and I'm going to take it, and there's a dotted line that says that it's aligned with the top of my other one, and then if I move it, I can see when it's aligned with the left side of my picture. Okay, so I've aligned it with the top of this and the left of this. Okay, and so then I'm going to change my word to body, and then I'm going to change this word to spirit. Okay, then I'm going to take my isosceles triangle, and I'm going to format it. I'm going to apply the blue version of the same orange. It's Blue Intense Effect Blue Accent 2. And I'm going to put it right on top of my circles. Now, if it goes behind like that, what you're going to do is you're going to click right here, bring forward, And see, it comes over that circle, and it comes over this circle, and I can just bring forward again, and it's going to come over the top. Okay? Now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to insert word art. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to choose Word Art, and I want to choose this word art right here. Fill blue accent 2, double outline accent 2. And my text is going to be balance. Okay, now I don't want it to be just like that. That's boring. Okay, you can actually change the word art to whatever you want. Now, if you've used word art in the older versions, you'll know that there's like all sorts of cool, swervy, you know, like rainbow, cool word art. Now, you can still do all that. These are just the basics. So what we're going to do first is we're going to add a transform to it. Okay, so we're going to make it look like this. Okay, we're going to add that transform. Then what we're going to do is we're going to change our outline. We're going to add weight to it. Okay, we're going to make a 6-point weight. Okay, then we're going to add color to the outline. Okay, so we're going to go back to our text outline, and we're going to add this orange outline. Oops. Text weight, 6-point, text outline, orange. Okay, then what I can do is I can change my fill, and you can do all kinds of fills. You can do gradients, you can do textures, whatever you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a texture, and I'm going to add this denim texture to it. Okay, then I'm going to move it down here, and I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. So you see what we've done here is we've actually made it completely different from what we started with. Okay, and then let's save it again. Okay, so you can do all sorts of things. So remember, like all those goofy like rainbow things that we used to do. See, so what you can do is here's text fill. Remember those gradients. See, if we go to more gradients, watch this. If we go to gradient fill and you click on that, preset colors, remember those rainbow fills we used to have? Okay, see that? Okay, so we can do everything that we used to fill, do everything that we used to do. Where did my text fill, texture, denim? Okay, there we go. And then save that. Okay, now the next thing that we want to do is we want to add transitions between the slides. So remember what transitions do is it changes the way the slides go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to transitions. Okay, we're going to pull this down for more transitions, and we're going to do this rotate. Okay, now the rotate, you can see it's kind of fast. So what we can do is if we want to, we can actually slow down the duration of the transition. So what we're going to do is we're going to slow it down. Okay. If we preview that, okay, we can see that it's, well, that was kind of choppy, but it actually slows down the transition. What we can do is we can apply that to all the slides. Okay, now you can see that all the slides have the transition. Okay, we're going to save that. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch our slideshow. Okay, if we go to slideshow, watch it from the beginning. Okay, you can see how nice and how that very smoothly changes and transitions from one slide to another. Instead of just an abrupt, choppy switch, it's very calming like yoga. Okay, so now you've learned how to do all those things. Remember, when you do your final projects, you want to have as many of those elements in your project as you can. Okay, so when you're doing your cases and places, remember to maintain as many of those elements as you can. Try to demonstrate everything that you've learned. Okay, good luck.